What is up, everybody? This show is actually getting ready to start soon. TM.
Hey everybody, welcome to this fabulous race between Metro MST and Guyper and Ancient Gamer and Zen Trigger. So, it is me, John, and my co-commentator, Nightwolf. How are you, Nightwolf?
Hello, everyone. I'm good. Alright, so we're waiting for one person to dot ready. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after several technical issues, we have a countdown.
So the race will begin shortly. So, sometimes good luck to our runners. It may the CB Shektel seat require. Just for my boy MST. And so the race has begun. So, Wolf, what do you think the first item will be?
I hope the first item is Spazer.
Really?
Unlike everyone else, I like Spazer as a starting item. It's a good beam until you find Plasma.
Me, just for MSC, I hope it's a reserve. Because you must take that first item. And since MSC 8 reserve, I hope it is a reserve.
Yeah, the question's gonna be, if anyone finds an early reserve, are they going to skip it?
If it's a reserve instead of marked, you are obligated to take it to Awakens Endless. So they can't skip it. But if it is in place of the E-Tank's location, they can skip it. And it is Morph Ball. I'm disappointed now.
I too am disappointed. I'm actually a little bit behind you. My streams are desynced. Oh, we do see a Moonfall from Zen Trigger. Also, some good buffering all around going on, so let's see if we can get that fixed.
And MSC getting the debuffs, having bounce at the second item, so if they go see BT, we will have some DLC action, and their Super Messiah in both Beta Messiahs and First Messiahs, so Spore Spawn might not be... More to say, Spore Spawn is not required since they have bombs and Super Messiahs. So, not a Spore Spawn seed. Again, disappointing the seed.
We can still hold out for some trolley powerbomb locations. Which is actually... I was talking to Ancient before the race, and he said that he doesn't really know his opponent, so he's actually hoping for a trolley seed.
Oh, and we all got our first dead. Zen Trigger died. He tried the deboost and died during the deboost. The thing is that with the deboost, if you're low elf, it's better to just farm some elf and try again. But I don't blame him for that. It's really a hard deboost if you're not used to do it.
Yeah.
So like you said with trolley powerbombs, I just hope for runners it would not be at cathedrals because that place is just garbage. Total garbage. And we have Messiah All Mother Brains. I really hope we want to be cathedrals. I like to put my the runners that are in some sketchy situations, having some trolley pollution, but cathedrals as first powerbombs is just evil to wish for that.
It's like when me and Ancient were talking. If powerbombs are a cathedral, the required amount of energy to do that is 6 Z-tanks. So when you usually get there, you're usually only going to have 4, maybe 5. So it requires you to run by the power bombs, go all over Bubble Mountain and possibly down to Crocomire just to find enough health to go back and get the power bombs.
Yeah, exactly. It's very evil. That location is not just troll locations, that evil locations. So last missile was, as I say, MST having 15 super was a super missile. So this seed is pretty heavy on super missiles, but low on missiles. They only have 5 missiles so far. And some DLC action already from both HE and MSC. MSC is going into Bomb Torizo, and only for an E-Tanks, which can be crucial since maybe the first problem is in Gauntlet, and I think the logic with bombs require at least 1 E-Tank. So now we have Guy in all Mother Range rooms. He got his bomb. Going also to checking all Mother Range to see if he got at least power bombs, but disappointed with missiles. But at least I mean missiles are always good.
My stream is being super laggy on my end. I might have to switch over to the Randomizer League channel to watch. Because right now, for me, Ancient is just doing Alcatraz, and MST is just getting to the BT fight. Yeah.
For me, HE is just taking the high jump boots item in Terminator. So, Terminator having high jump boots, and MST doing a save. So, MST will do a gauntlet check.
That's definitely not a bad play.
And then Trigger having another death. Oh,
that's gotta feel bad.
Oh, really bad. You need to redo everything again. I think he died in the climb. I didn't really see it. I was more looking at MST and AG.
You can tell I have not played in like forever because holy shit, am I doing bad? Also,
oh, MST doing some bump jumpings to go to Gauntlet instead of the wall jump, which is pretty hard. Going for the slower but more consistent strat. And Plasma Brainstar Reserve. Very interesting. So far the seed has good items. And Super Missile behind Brainstar Reserve. And another Super Missiles.
That's some nice items to pick up.
Yep.
But
And
still
Guyper
no
just-
power bombs.
No, still no power bombs. And Guyper has just finished his BD fight. MSC is inside the Gauntlet, so it's still Monka's this place without power bombs.
True story.
So early supers were at missiles, and the missile location was also missile if I remember correctly. Killing that yapping Mo is a good strategy MST. I approve that strategy in Gauntlet, getting those yapping Mouse. And Guyper taking high jump boots at Terminator. And he thinks at Gauntlet. So
That's
maybe-
not a bad thing to see.
No, because one thing, it refills all his health, that he might lose a lot in Gauntlet, and second, it might be one of the E-Tanks needed for that L runs, for the power bombs in the cathedrals.
Alright, so on my screen, Zen Trigger just picked up bombs. I'm assuming you're a little bit ahead of me.
No, he just picked bombs for me to do. Now he's taking the Superman size.
Alright, so we're back on sync a little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
And oh, X-ray just discharged beam, man. We have some microwave actions now with the HE taking X-ray and super missiles and missiles at the Gauntlet.
Alright, MST managing to get through Gauntlet. Let's see if he finds power bombs here. It's unlikely but feasible, and he does not. But I expect him to take all that ammo.
Oh yeah. Without charge B, personally, without charge B, I take all the ammos I can. I even go a little out of my way to take more ammos in case charge B is a really far and early locations.
Yep. To completely clear the game with just ammo, no charge beam, you need a bare minimum of 40 missiles and 60 supers.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
also
the bare
need
minimum.
to be able to do some form of Zebetide skip, whether you do ice skip or speed skip.
You can technically kill all the Zeptite with missiles, but you must refill after.
Yeah, and it's super slow, and no one likes to go slow.
Exactly. And the thing is that is with that minimum at most count, you can't miss a single supers on Mother Brains, and I think you can miss 1 or 2 missiles in totals.
You've got a leeway of 4 missiles.
And FIFA with 4 missiles, so if you get all your missiles, you can miss 1 super on Mother Brain. That means on Mother Brains 2.
Alright, so let's see what's in Spazer here.
And Spring Balls.
This early in the seed, I would be pretty happy to see that. It's definitely not a suit, but you still can't complain.
With Item Put and Spring Ball, maybe early suitless media would be required.
I definitely wouldn't go looking in Meridia until I found Ice Beam. I mean, you can do it without it, but the logic requires you have High Jump, Ice Beam, and
No, it's either for Mama Turtle, it's either High Jump and Ice Beam or High Jump and Spring Ball.
Oh.
But for butt wounds, you need Grapple Beams in the logic.
There you go. The more you know, chat.
And Super Missiles at the missile location created. X-ray showing why these are good items.
Good info to know. I don't think anyone's going to go back and pick up ammo unless they decide to...
Guyper going to check the Spore Spawn items. Maybe that's the power bombs they are looking for.
It's entirely feasible.
And why is MST doing a save here? You do not need to fight Spore Spawn, and Spore Spawn only have a missiles. Yes, Super Missile and bombs.
That's all you need. And there's no way he can be confident with doing the,
MST really going to see Spore Spawn. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a DLC action right there. Second time, another DLC fight. MST going with Spore Spawn fight when he literally do not need to fight that boss. That's such cosmic brain action right there.
And on the other side of your screen, we have Ancient Gamer. Currently fighting a standing Kraid, Phil's Batman.
Yeah, it always feels bad, man.
Energy tank behind Kraid. It's looking more and more sketchy.
So, Elrond's incomings. And oh, charge beam at Kraid's E-Tank's location. So
That's
AG
gonna
now,
be nice to
AG
see.
now cannot microwaves all the boss he needs to. That's really great. I no longer need to hunt down munitions, except for at least 1 power bounce back minimums. And if I were him, if I could, I will try to get at least 2 power bounce back. It's always helpful. Maybe a third to be safe, because you can Crystal Flash with 3 power bounce back. And knowing you can Crystal Flash always is very helpful, since it reduces a lot of stress on your side.
Yeah, at the bare minimum, I like to have 3 power bomb packs. That's for a couple different safeties. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, I was interrupting. You continue.
With 3 powerbomb packs, you're safe to powerbomb the Metroids.
True.
And you have the ability to Crystal Flash, assuming the rest of your ammo meets the count.
And AG finding wave beams and funny things. When MSC found X-ray easy take on the mountain and was like, I don't really want it, and then since he has plasma, he said, let's go in case I find charge beam. It was really funny to see that, since MSC do not really like X-ray, but it did take it. So MSC, since you take X-ray, you better take a reserve tank now.
At this point, if anyone skips a reserve tank, well, with what we know, that would be a very not smart thing to do. Alright, we know Crocomire Escape is not power bombs. Ancient Gamer already running around looking for that information. He knows what's up.
One other place I think power bombs could be, it's ice missiles.
It could only be there if they had speed booster and enough E-tanks to get there and get out, or if they had.
Yes, true. It's blocked by power bombs. I'm so used to be able to access everywhere easily.
Yeah. So AG getting ready to do his hell run over to Ice Beam, so we'll get to see what's over there. If this is an E-tank, what that means is the logic wants them to progress to Bubble Mountain.
No, the logic wants to use for his Bubble Mountain if you have 4 E-tanks.
Technically, they do have access to 4 E-tanks because there was one at Gauntlet.
True, that's true. So yes, so if it's an E-tank, then Bubble Mountain is required. Or a reserve tank, so Bubble Mountain is required to go now. So the next power bombs is Cedar Cathedral somewhere in Bubble Mountains. And AG deciding to reload, not taking that reserve tanks.
He doesn't have enough health to get out.
You have enough with 2 tanks. 1 tank's enough to go see Ice Beam, not return. With 2 tanks, you have enough to returns.
He didn't have enough health at the time. He only had 86.
Oh, there's one problem. The thing is that you will need to do Iceless Escape also, which is extremely hard. Without power bombs. No, he has bombs though.
Yeah, he has bombs.
Yes, but he can do the returns. So you do not need to do the Iceless Escape.
So it looks like he's already figured out, alright, I've got to double back and head up Red Brinstar. He's probably going to check Alpha Power Bombs, and odds are they're not going to be there. And he is going to go to Gauntlet, get the energy tank, and probably head out the back.
Yeah, probably.
But we all know, and he probably knows deep down inside, that that's not where power bombs are going to be. So Chad, now it's time for the best part of the race. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, John.
No worries. So now, Centrio took his wave beams, and Guybrush took his charge beams. And now, MST will be going into to take E2 in his turn charge beams.
Yep. So now, while all the runners are running around checking locations... Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Ancient's going back. Is he going to check, Spore Spawn?
Probably. I mean, since he didn't check it, maybe Spore Spawn has the power bombs.
I can't fault him for this check. But anyways, go ahead, let's see some bets on where first power bombs are going to be. My bet is going to be Cathedral Missiles.
I'm pretty sure it will be at Cathedral Missiles, but I hope it's not there. I hope it's either at Norfair Reserve, or Pre-Norfair Reserve, or Wave Gates. Even Speed Booster Missile will be a really better location for the first power bombs.
Yeah.
Or even then, even better is Alpha Power Bombs location, so the vanilla items, which has been extremely rare to see first.
I don't think I've ever personally played a seed where it was at Alpha Power Bombs, but if it is,
I didn't play a single seed at Power Bombs there.
I would expect Ancient to just go straight to Wreck Ship.
He can't go to Wreck Ship, he needs power bombs.
I was saying if it's at Alpha Power Bombs.
Oh yes, he has alpha power bombs. I don't think he will go to Wreck Ship if he wins alpha bombs. I don't think he'd like to do the conscious wall jump. I'm sure he is able to do it. And I think he do not like to go for the conscious wall jump.
I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure at this point everyone that's made it to Norfair is already like, okay, power bombs are in a stupid location.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all know that at this point. You know, MST will go find a reserve tanks. He will automatically reset, he won't take that reserve tank.
If he doesn't take it,
He won't take it. It's MST, he hates the reserve.
With this logic, I mean, regardless of how much you hate him, I think you don't have a choice in the matter.
I don't think you have a choice. As you see, what did I tell you? He didn't take the kit and he did reset. Like I said to you, I knew MST how much he hates those reserves. Even reserve, one reserve is always good, always really good.
By the way, something I meant to point out earlier. This league is totally turning Punk into an alcoholic. I just want you all to know that. And it's missiles. Alright, so that means it is Hell Run required. Let's see if MST can do it with 3 E-Tanks.
And yes, it is power bombs at cathedrals. So guys, we have the done best seed ever with this items locations. And no MST can make it. He will die, so you need to. He should have taken that reserve. I think he's regretting not taking that reserve now.
What's gonna be funny is when he eventually doubles back and has to pick it up.
Yeah, that reserve will make him be able to cross bubble mountains. That's the thing. If you have taken that reserve, then fill up his health completely in this reserve, he will have been able to cross bubble mountains. And against not going to take the reserve because he hates them too much. So now AG doing a ship save. Pretty sure he will go find his third E-Tanks.
Yeah.
Oh! And MSC trying to get the power bombs in the air. With 3 tanks, you won't be able to make it back, I'm pretty sure. It is doable with 4 tanks, it's really hard. But with 3 tanks you can't make it because of the lava damage. Lava plus 8 damage make you take 3 damage per 4 frames in totals, which is a lot. As you can see, MST, if you rewatch that VOD, if you have taken that damn reserve, you will have survived the trip to Bubble Mountains and you have survived the trip to returns with that 10 power bombs. Next time, please take at least 1 reserve MST. Please. You see that reserve are good.
I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due for just 3 E-Tanks at 399 health. That was a really good attempt.
Oh yeah, that was an excellent attempt from MST. He did really good, he had really good movements. He nearly was able to make it. So now he's going to go to Ball Tanks, which is doable with 3 E-Tanks. But it's really hard. You need really good movements. Ooh, taking it from the Nova, I don't think now with that big elf, he already got it. That big elf was the thing that was maybe able to. Like I said, with 3 tanks, you need really good movements across up to Ball Mountains.
So how many times do you think he will accept death before he eventually goes and picks up the reserve tank and fills it up?
How many times? Knowing also to burn is about 18 reserve, I think he will need to die at least about a lot of times before I realize he needs that reserve. But I mean, by a lot, I mean a lot. Yes, I know, Punk. I know you will keep trying to prove me wrong. That's why I say you will consume a lot.
I mean, memes aside, you have to take into account what your opponent's going to do.
Good that big elf on the Nova was making him able to cross bubble mountains. That lucky drop saved him. And a missile pack. Vanilla missile pack also.
Alright, so at this point, what's basically going to be required, I would almost guarantee, would be they're going to want to go down to Crocomire first, because it's the easiest place to get full health. Clear Crocomire, they'll probably find like another reserve tank or something silly like that. And then
I kind of wish the other item required biology would be reserve tanks. Just so it would kind of force MST to take them. Yes, I know I'm evil.
At this point, he's made it to Bubble Mountain, so regardless, I'm sure he's guaranteed at least one more energy tank.
Oh, it's sure he will get one more energy tank.
Funniest case scenario is he gets one E-tank, a beam, like iced beam, and the 3 other reserve tanks. But I don't actually see that happening. I'm sure he's going to get like 2 or 3 tanks over here, or maybe he'll get Varia.
I hope Varia is one of the next items, because it will make taking that item so much easier. Or even Gravity Suit, since you will move normally into the lava and you won't take any lava damage.
Yeah.
Just having Gravity, even with the heat damage, it will be so much easier to take that power bombs.
Honestly, the worst thing about Cathedral Missile is the dip into lava.
Exactly.
It's so slow and so hard to get out.
Yeah. You take so much damage because of that. If it was not for all the damage, it would be not so bad. That's why with Gravity Suit, it's not truly a lucky shot if you have Gravity Suit or Various Suit. But without those two suits, it's really evil.
Alright, so CMST farming up at Speed Booster currently.
So let's hope it's a suit for MST, or at least an E-tank.
I think at this point you'd be happy to see a suit.
And the Spacer Beam! Oh man. Poor MST, finding Spacer Beam when he has Plasma.
That's great.
I think it's a sign to say he needed that reserve tanks.
I don't... He might have just enough health. Oh, barely.
Yes, barely enough health with 3 tanks to take away these items.
He barely made it back to the refill spot, though.
So now he's going into reserve. So now he really needs to find an E-tank so far he's there. It's an basic imperative. I don't think he can make it back without Speed Booster. If he can, it would be very close. So again, no power bomb. So I hope that if you go to Crocomire, no, you need that E-tanks now to survive very soon now, since he took a donation from the spike. And gladly for MSC, it's an E-tanks. So you got an energy refills, that's really nice. so he can continue. And if they go to Perkameyers, I hope there's power bombs there.
Alright, so we see Ancient has made it back to Norfair. He's already accepted what he's got to do. He's going to start gathering some health. He's going to save. He'll probably go pick up that reserve tank. And probably get started on his hell run.
Yes, as you can see, Eve will be taking that reserve tanks. He knows he needs it. He's not stubborn as MST.
It's also worth noting it's a lot better anytime you're going into a hell run, if you can, to make sure you're max ammo or as close as possible. That way you can get health drops instead of getting ammo drops.
True, that's true. And also, one other note to do when doing hell runs is that if you're about to retrieve a reserve, go into your menu and activate yourself the reserve. Because while reserve is replenishing your health, you're also losing health due to the heat damage or lava damage if you're in lava. It's better to do it manually so you have more health after the triggers. That's true how someone shall do moon dance and X-ray climb. I approve of that.
Alright, sticking your toes in lava is not how you want to head into Norfair Reserve.
No. But at least there were some E-tanks. So again for MST, lucky in, he has 50 tanks. So with that, with the skill MST shown, he has enough to do that L rounds to take the power ones and returns them.
Yeah.
As we see, he has really good movements.
I will give MST credit. Despite how I hate his pronunciation, he does have very good movement.
True.
And with 5 E-tanks, I have no doubt if he can get to the other side and refill his health, he can successfully get those power bombs and get out. But it looks like he is heading down to Crane.
Now we see AG farming health for his L round. You want to fill that reserve completely. And Zen Trigger is going to go to Gauntlet, taking that E-tanks in Gauntlet. And Guy Purse, he's crossing that L round to Bubble Mountains. Oh, taking a lot of damage. And no, he's dead. He took too much dip into the lava. And as you can see with Plasma in charge, it's pretty easy to defeat Crocomire.
So let me ask you your opinion, John.
Yes.
You just picked up the reserve tank, and you're coming out of Ice Beam. Would you go up and refill at Bryn Tower, or the base of Red Tower?
Nope.
You wouldn't? You would just continually farm here?
Yes, in average it saves times to farm here. Because going up all the way with all those dark transition and it lose a lot of times. Unless you're very low on health, I think it's better to just farm the Nova.
Alright, so let's see what's down behind Crocomire.
Did you check Powerbomb's location?
I believe he's more interested
in the major?
Yeah, I think he's just interested in the major and then he's going to check the other stuff.
As you can see, what AG done, it's the right thing to do before training the reserves. You activate yourself the reserve. Oh, AG won't make it. He was he wanted to move too much in the lava, which is really dangerous.
Yeah.
And it's an E-tank, so now with that we know of the logic. Power bombs and cathedrals might be the only power bombs that they are in the seed for the moment. Ooh, Zen Triggers with this 9 HP. That was very close for you.
Monka S, dude.
Oh yes, it was very Monka S.
That bug's not gonna come out till you get closer.
Sadly for him, he's not finding the power bombs, but he did find an E-tanks, which will be really needed for that L-runs.
Yep.
And AG must be very raging finding that E-tanks. Not E-tanks, but I mean that power bombs.
Well, like I said, that's what he was hoping for. He was hoping for something troll because he didn't know his opponent. Because, like he said, you know, we everyone that's been doing practice runs here out for the league, totally didn't almost say tournament. We all know what to do if power bombs are there. We
That's
go look
true.
everywhere else for health.
That's true. You know what? With one reserve and series, I will go back to BD Maze and try to do Gemo there to see if there's another power bombs pack. For me, it would be so much easier than going all around and trying to find some energy tanks and trying to get that power bombs pack right there.
Let's see what Zen Trigger's doing. Looks like he is saving. Come on, Ancient, you know better than to try this.
Yeah.
But I have faith in you, but you know better.
AG, you know that it's better to go find for more energy tanks.
I wonder if he feels like he's behind.
Probably. I think that's why he's doing that. He feels really he might think that his adversary has gone to gauntlet first, unlike him. But we know that his adversary is really far behind, still in Big Pink.
Yeah.
It's just sad that he's thinking he has to do it to not be too far behind. But by doing that, he's losing a lot of times.
Yeah, at this point, the smart decision is just accept your fate and play what the seed wants you to do.
Exactly.
And while we were focusing on him, sorry everyone, it looks like MST has picked up Screw Attack.
And then now MST has that first power one back. He can now explore all the rest of the planets.
Punk, have you seen how much time people lose to brute force? Thank you, Al. So, Al did confirm MST picked it up at Crocky Tank while we were busy watching Ancient make attempts at this, and he is going through. Alright. That damage looks a little sketchy.
Oh yeah, he won't make it. That L run is really hard. It's a really hard L run.
Yeah, no.
Please, AG, don't forfeit. You can continue. You're still ahead of your adversary. You please don't forfeit. Continue. I don't want to forfeit. Thank you. Thank you.
I can imagine what's coming out of Ancient's mouth right about now.
He must be raging so much. And I will be raging also if I was him.
I would be pretty frustrated, yeah.
Now MSC is going up red towers. I think he will go to wreckage ship. So either doing a conscious wall jump or an horizontal bomb jump. Now with the FPS, I think he will have enough to continue.
You know, I just thought of something.
Yeah, he has enough. Congratulations, AG. I knew you were able to do it. So, all the time I think he didn't make it because he was too frustrated, so he was playing more poorly. But I think he just tried to relax a little, being the Mew to be able to gather all his spirit and be able to do it correctly.
So all other major item locations have been checked. So this is either a CWJ or a bomb jump required seed, correct? Well, they also have spring ball. They also have spring ball. Okay.
It can be the next items can be either Mama Turtles, wreck ship, or wave gate items. Because now they have power bombs, they can access wave gates. So the
calls in trigger. I mean, you can entirely do it without the reserve tank, but it's a lot easier with the reserve tank. It kind of makes me wonder.
No punk. Nobody went to wave gate or Tycoon, so those places can still have the items. They were not able since they did not have power bombs. Power bombs. The first power bomb packs is at cathedrals size. So they were not able to check. Technically, if you have moonwalls, you are able to check your Tycoons, but maybe you can't continue.
I have to agree with MST's decision. If you see power bombs at Cathedral Mystical, you accept that it is slowest progression, so they're not going to expect you to backtrack and pick up the item.
Me too. Welcome to. I'm not sure. It depends.
I mean, at the bare minimum, it's slow progression, and I've talked to the various guys, and basically slowest progression, or slow progression, basically states, okay, how much trash can we place before we have to place the progression or not?
And thank you, whoever is following me. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's the right choice. If it's the slow seed, it is the cosmic reaction. But if it is not, it is better to check the Tycoons and wave gates items. So let's see if it was the right play right there. And MST trying to give some cancer to Fentu.
And then Trigger is not going to make it. First of all, Lino,
it's not a tournament, so
it's not a tournament, and you're invalid for that response right there.
You just lose 10 points.
And that is not how you microwave the ghost. It's worth noting. Go ahead, John. Sorry.
You could go ahead.
When you are attempting to microwave the ghost, you have to hit him with a missile first. Otherwise, he instantly closes his eye as soon as he's hit by the beam.
That's true. And another thing to know when you microwave enemies, you do not want to spam too fast the X-ray, because if your beams is not moving, you're not dealing any damage to the enemies. You need to move a little to hurt your enemies. So you need to hold it long enough so the items disappears, which is not that long, and you want to release it long enough before re-rolling it so the beams has moved just a little enough so it's enough to hurt your adversary.
Yep.
And man, he nearly took that reserve tanks. He nearly took it. Man, why? I really wanted to take that reserve by accident.
I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. MST did it without a reserve tank, which is impressive.
Oh yes, he has shown that he has great skills to do it. And that person, ooh, that was very monkeys there. He was at the same time he touched those Eldon at the farming spot. He was like a 3 elf. That was really flush. Now for me a little help before going to see our beloved Crocomire.
Oh yeah, MST has a solid lead in his race and Ancient.
Ancient too has a solid.
Yeah, Ancient has a pretty solid lead in his race as well. That's not actually really your internet, Leno. That's a combination of 4 streams going at once with someone streaming at 1080p, 60.
Yeah. Somebody think that was a great idea to stream at the extremely high bit rates and quality for 4-way race streaming. So I didn't see what was at Ricochet E-Tanks. I think it was a reserve for MST to reset. So now AG has finished his farming. If he didn't see Prakmire, he will go there and go check that crack to find more E-Tanks and Secure Attack also, which will be very helpful for that L-Grams for power bombs. And MST going to check Wreckage Ship Reserve. With Spring it's pretty easy to go across. And it is Variasuit. You see, that's why it's one of the reasons why going there was a great idea. If Speed Booster is at Itacoons or Wave Gates, it would be a better idea to go there first. So, MST, you did not do the cosmetic rank place. As you can see, when he took that he saw Variasuit, he was like, ah, oh, god damn it. What? No! MST killed my orange. What? No! No! MST. I hope you. No, MST. I'm sorry, you're disqualified now. And sorry everybody, but Guyper did won this league race, killing my my orange gamers and auto disqualifications. So.
Alright, with MST screwing around that much, he has to feel comfortable and feel like he has a solid lead. Which, you know, obviously he doesn't know, but we can tell he does in fact have a very commanding lead.
Oh,
as much as we can tell where Guyper is.
And I just saw that Guyper die again. It's too weird, but that other death was very unfortunate for Guyper. And Speed Booster, no, that was a cosmic brain play for MST. Speed Booster had gravity.
Speed Booster was a gravity. Wow.
Yeah. But it changed. I think Guyper did one by default because of MST getting my orange gamer. So now, with the logic in question, I'm pretty sure the next destination is Lower Norfair.
Yeah, this bunch of Speed Booster.
And this is taking all the effort to evade that missile tank before taking Variasuit, and then when returning, taking that missiles.
Feels bad, man. You're not wrong, Frega. You're not wrong.
You're really not wrong. That's true. Our gravity could be at the Wave Gate or well away.
But the question is, Chad, do we really want it to be at any of those locations?
Yes.
Yeah, we really do. 50 minutes in, one person has power bombs, one person has a suit.
I really want to see MST going all the way to Lower Norfair, check everywhere, not finding gravity in thinking where the L is gravity suit. It can also be in X-ray locations, since the amount of health he has, the logical making with only power suit going to take the damage boost for X3, since you need a lot of E tanks or you need various suit with at least I think 2 E tanks.
When is And going to speak? Very good question.
I don't know, guys. I don't know.
And it's our silent interpreters for those that can't hear. He's secretly speaking sign language. We have him on another channel. Don't worry about it.
we have a channel specialized for those we can't hear. And Zen Trigger taking another death. That's really unfortunate. Those L runs are very dangerous.
Alright, clearly calling out and made them leave. Pepe hands. And is sleeping in place of Punk. Poor Punk.
Yeah, poor Punk. Staying very late for him since he is in Germany. Yes, Gauntless was logically required for the steed, since it was one of the E-tanks needed for the Elrons.
Yeah, that's actually why MST has such a huge lead. He was the only one that went to Gauntlet early.
With the way I see it, with the league seeds, early Gauntlet is really a great idea to do compared to a Total Solarman seed, where early Gauntlet was really a bad place. With those kind of seeds we often see, early Gauntlet is really a cosmic brain play.
Yeah. If you roll slowest progression, there's going to be an energy tank up there, and it's probably going to be required.
Oh yeah.
Well, with slowest progression, it is required. Alright, so we see Ancient is leaving Grapple. He's going to refill on health. He's going to head out and get his power bombs.
Now he has really enough for that Elrons.
No, this is individual, but it's a 1v1s.
Yep.
Like Punk just said, top versus top, bottom versus bottom. So I don't want to say the race is one-sided, because, you know, dumb things could happen. Varia could be somewhere Gravity could be somewhere stupid.
And MST trying to do that that green gate glitch, mixing a lot, but very a lot. That's because he killed my gamer, so he has a lot of bad luck now.
It's okay. He has a lot of supers to work with.
Also, I think he missed like what, 10, 12 supers?
Something like that.
And grapple being, so maybe gravity is behind butt wounds. That might be in the logic also. Since now he has gravity suit. I mean not gravity, but I mean the grapple beam. So with spring balls, high jump boots, and grapple beams, he can now do not full suitless, but suitless measure up to butt wounds.
Yep.
Oh, AG trying to return by a very dangerous spot. Ancient, please don't try that.
Ancient.
Please, Ancient, no. He's doing a cosmic brain plays now. You're using spring ball jump. Please, Ancient, please. He did reset. He must have a safe nearby.
Okay, he probably saved before he went over there to try that trick.
Probably.
Also, I can confirm. Well, let me double check. Yep, MST is the only one that is talked in IRC right now, which kind of surprises me. I figured a lot of people would be complaining about this seed. I know. When I was racing versus Becky, we were both complaining about the seed.
Yeah, like I said, 5% my ass for cathedrals and power bombs. It's supposed to only be 5% chance to be there, but so far we see a lot of times the power bombs, the first power bombs was there. So yes, my ass at 5%. Good, AG to succeed this bomb jump there. Nicely done, AG. But I think what he need to do for, since now he has a lot of energy, I think the fastest way maybe would be to go to Red Towers, take the refills, and then return. Because now it would be way faster than farming the Nova.
Actually, interesting thing to note, I believe it was Zen Trigger about 25-30 minutes ago, Kappa, went all the way over to Kraid to refill his energy there.
Oh, true. Kraid refill might be faster to take than.
But it does cost you 2 power bombs.
No, it costs you 2 super missiles.
Thank you, that's what I meant.
But with the amount he has in charge, he cares about those 2 super missiles.
Yeah, true story. Ton of ammo.
No, Punks is no way faster because there's way more door transition.
There's not that many more door transitions. You have to go through the class too.
Yes, I think there's more door transition to where that refills.
I mean, yeah, the worst thing you're gonna have to worry about is mini crate.
Crazy give 4 super missiles. So use 1 super missile and boom, he's dead. And give 4 super missiles. So in total, you lose 1 super missile for the returns. And MSC is now fighting Ridley.
He has 45 sabers. This is pretty much a free fight.
And he already has a good big combos also, so it's
Yeah.
a free fight. Not see if he fall too much into the acid.
Yeah.
I kind of hope now that MSC died because he killed my gamers.
Acid strats are not recommended.
Oh.
While some of the old school players may think acid strats are a solid option.
Oh, and we have bad news from SRL. Centurion forfeited from the race. GG, Centurion, you did your best. Very sad to see that.
I can't blame him for that. I mean, this needs super trolley.
Oh yeah.
You're an hour in and you don't have power bombs. You're an hour in and you have 3 tanks in a reserve. But your opponent's gonna see that you're forfeiting, and he's gonna be a lot more comfortable. He's gonna be like, alright, I just have to finish now. And it looks like Ancient's gonna have no trouble getting out of here. He has a ton of health left, still has that reserve tank. And he is out. So at this point, Ancient's gonna cruise along. He's gonna pick up a health refill. He may stop by Green Brinster, or Big Pink rather. But he's probably accepted that he's just heading for wreck ship.
I think Zentrio was against AG.
Yeah.
So since Zentrio's just forfeited, AG can take it very slowly and safely. So I think he will check all Big Pigs and you will check it, use all of those stuff to be sure he has everything correctly for going to wreck ship. Because I think he knows he need to go there. Yep, as you can see, he's going into Brain Stars again, so he will clear all again in Brain Stars.
Alright, so he's probably, by not taking the energy refill, accepted that he's going to find energy tanks here. Now, what would be hilarious is if he found Gravity Suit.
And a reserve at Firefly.
MST gonna turn his nose up to that one.
Yeah, like all the others reserve.
It's worth noting, you can do a damage boost off that Firefly circling the platform so you don't have to take spike damage.
But
It doesn't really matter considering he has full health, but it's just one of those small things.
and also he has Various Suit in the randomizer logic. Various Suit give gravity protection against ambiental damage while gravity give none. And the second power bomb pack is lower enough air. You know what? If you're crazy enough, you could technically do Gem mode and with a lot of reserve do Gem mode and go there to take the power bomb pack and try 3 times. Don't think it is doable, but if you're crazy enough, you can try.
John, I don't think anyone's crazy enough to try that. I don't even think you're crazy enough to try
No,
that.
I'm not crazy enough for that.
Alright, so energy tank there as I figured. He doesn't have speed booster, so he can't check waterway.
Yep. So, well, always speed booster like before him. But you can still check it in the queues. Oh, Punk's saying, is that a challenge, Nightwolf?
I mean, look, Punk, if you wanted to do it, I mean, how many tanks were in Lower or were in North Fair?
They were stand off. But the thing is that you need to use Gem mode and not do it with the 4 elf setup to be able to still move. You need to use the setup. No, I don't think it's very dangerous. I don't think. Unless the Weaver from the Ball Things can go attack you to let you move, and so you can use all your reserve and be full on elf and Gem mode, I don't think it is really possible.
You also need to include a reserve tank in that Frey guy.
Oh, the way I did the Plando that only gave me 18 aways and only reserve and 1 E-tanks only. That's the ED's Plandos are Eternalized Dragons Plando. It is recommended only to experimental runners.
Alright, and we have seen Space Jump has been spotted at Edicoons. MST is diving into Gravity. He has the grapple beam.
So maybe Grifty is there.
Ah, we both know it's not. It's gonna be at Botwoon.
Yeah, it is a button. So the Suitless Razor confirms. Oh, and Guyper also trying to do what Age did, that bump jumping at the Palisades. It's really dangerous. And taking a death. So now Age knowing that he has no choice to go break ship, but at least he has space jump to cross the moat pretty much easily.
Yeah. Okay, so knowing what we know, Ice Beam has to be in Waterway.
You know what? I hope it's not a check too, just because MST killed my gamer. I know how much he loved the check 2, so let's hope it's not a check 2 seed.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But odds are Ice Beam's probably at Waterway.
Can be at Waterways, can also be at Mama Turtles, can also be behind Dragons, can also be at Plasma.
It depends on the location of Gravity. They either need Ice Beam or Gravity Suit and Speed Booster in order to get to Botwoon and to Dragon.
And Gravity is at Waterways. No, you don't need Ice Beam. You need either Ice Beam or Spring Balls with a combination of High Jump Boot and Grapple Beam to go to Butt Wounds. And Mama Turtles only require either High Jump Boot with Ice Beam or High Jump Boot with Spring Balls. You don't need Ice Beam if you have Spring Balls.
Yeah, what Ponk said, you can't you can't go to Botwoon. Well, I mean,
you can't. You just need to air mode. You air clip.
Just Crystal
Come on,
Flash
Punk.
Clip.
Come on, Punk. Take Extreme Reserve. That's true. Suitless, you need Ice Beam to go to Butt Wounds.
Sorry that this commentary, by the way, hasn't been spectacular. It's honestly been a little difficult to watch Guyper with all the buffering.
Oh yes.
And honestly, it's been kind of two one-sided races. Like, no disrespect to the other players, of course, but
Oh, HG's against the stupid ghost.
alright, Guyper made it with 17 HP.
HG, you need to shoot before activating the X-rays. It's not like that at work.
And AG having the same trouble I have, where you swap too late to X-ray and your charge beam hasn't fully charged, so it doesn't do anything.
MSC is technically going out. And MSC is showing how to check the items with the speed shine spark. I see a lot of runners, instead of jumping when a spin jump, they just fall up to the buttons and then shine spark up. Doing what MSC do is way faster than falling all the way down.
Why are you still picking up ammo at this point is what I'm wondering. You have charge mode.
Me too, I'm very one preventing, so why?
Like, if... Okay, maybe he's just looking for another set of power bombs and he didn't want to go up there.
Probably he wants a second. He wants 3 pack of power in case he don't find Ice Beam for the Metroids to be sure you don't need to farm power bombs. So MSC is in go mode for instance. He do not need Ice Beam. I'm sure he want to farm a lot of farm to take a lot of message to kill all the Zebetites. So MSC will go for the Zeb skip.
Yep, we're gonna get a classic Zeb skip. Or maybe he's comfortable with speed skip. He's shown his ability to do some good short charges.
True. With a stutter 3 times, pretty damn hard. SPCs because you have a dark transition to do.
Yeah. Alright. He was probably just looking for power bombs, given the fact that he now has 15 and he didn't check the 2 items at Aqueduct, because they are by far not the slowest items you could ever check.
True. Now the creature with the best hitbox, every runners will tell you how much they love that hitbox, is now dead.
At this point, MST is going to check behind Botwoon, which we'll see here in just a second.
Oh,
and then...
MST going for the full ulti, and he missed it. That's one hard Shine Spark to do.
Feels bad, man.
Now Gapers has now his first Powerbomb pack. His L is pretty low though. Would he be able to make it back? Oh, taking a hit from the decimal disc. No, his reserve didn't even have a good amount of health, and he died because of that. He has like a 20-30 health in his reserve.
Bot Wound E-Tank was the reserve. So the last place I expect MST to look for Ice Beam would be Dragon.
True.
After that, he's probably just gonna dip out.
Also seeing MST continue to using X-ray after dragons die, there's a good visual cue to know when dragons dead. When dragons die, she forces you to be in a standing position. So you don't even need to count how much times you use your X-rays. You just need to spam it correctly, and when you stand, you know you can stop.
Yep.
Oh yeah, AG is really off fuck. But we know that SP booster is at gravity, so he would be like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, he's gotta be thinking that it's either that or it's going to be like grapple to force them into Meridia. Which would have been super troll, by the way.
Yeah. And thank you, AG, for not killing my gamers. You're the best, AG. You're my heroes. Please, Al, no jinx.
I don't remember who it was, but someone was doing any percent, I think it was. They were on a really good time. And shot and managed to run through gravity without picking it up.
It did happen to me once. Passing through gravity in one of my any percent run. It happens to everybody at least once. And MSC decided to powerbomb the crumble blocks. That's not how the crumble blocks break MSC. You need to stand on them and then they will break.
And AG picking up his speed booster on my end. He's going to be real happy to see that and go back and pick up his various set.
And chance MSC has grapple beams since he bunked those grapple block. And he's not even about to use grapple beam correctly. I'm disappointed in you, MSC. And AG now taking his barrier suit.
There's a pretty easy strat. You literally just jump, line up, get flush with the wall, and then just press up, and there you go.
True.
And we see MST shot either Sephi Fish, Punk Fish. I don't know who owns the damn fish. I wasn't here for that bet.
I still say it's Punk Fish. And also, by saying that, thank you, Meladog, for hosting AG. I'm pretty sure AG appreciates greatly that host.
Yes, let me just stop in the middle of my race to turn off my alerts that I forgot to turn off. That I can't even see because I'm not looking at my stream, Punk. Insert Kappa emote here. Thank you, Gallon. Gallon's got me.
Don't worry, I know it happens sometimes that we forget to turn off our alerts. It happens to everybody, so please AG just forget about it. And now MST is a Metroid. They didn't check for ice beams. How about fix the Metroids? Just not have ice beam. So, thank you for the follow, toasting buttons. I'm pretty sure AG appreciated it.
You know what the real Galaxy Brain play is, chat? Is to go into his stream, unfollow and refollow, and see if it gives the alert again.
Yeah, that was be so much cosmic brains.
That is the real Cosmic Brain play.
Thank you for Pine Online to follow AG. I'm sure he appreciated it a lot. And Guyper checking a lot of items. I don't know why he's taking all those items since he have charge beams. I don't think it is a really wise play to take that much missile. He's already have enough to do the skip. So he has more than enough for that. I can understand if you want to check for more power bombs, but staying missiles per missile I don't think is a good choice to take more of them at that point.
And getting serious here for just a little bit, I know, a serious Kappa. MST had some really good manipulation there, the Metroids, keeping them from latching on. Assuming he goes for Metroid skip and gets it. If he does, then he wasted time by not having them latch on.
I'm pretty sure he will fail it. Come on. How can murderers succeed at tricks like that?
We see AG here taking the southern route.
And I did curse. I didn't jinx MST now.
Well, why didn't you?
I didn't think he was really jinxing. I'm sorry, MST. And shooting the super inside the baby Metroid.
Okay, so what that actually tells me is he's going to do one of two things. He's probably going to go for speed skip, which is what I'm expecting.
I'm pretty sure he would go for a speed skip. If
Either that or he's going to missile everything and it's going to be super slow and I'm going to make fun of him for it.
Yeah, also on Teach Dirt, as said, facing left dance games. You never face left when you get killed by a baby. And he's going for the safety save here. I really do not complain about a safety save in a race at Mother Brains. It's always a good play. Come on, AG, you can do that jump. Oh, just to say, with high jump boost, you don't need to wall jump on that top Namie. That bottom wall jump is enough to get across above.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know that.
It's when you don't have high jump boost, you need to wall jump the top Namie. Else you don't need it. You don't need to wall jump at that top Namie.
And MST is in fact missiling the Sabotage.
I don't think he has enough. No, yes, he did enough flush. He has. He's not 0-0 in missiles, he just had enough.
Yeah, you gotta be super careful with this.
Oh yeah, Bethesda. It was super calculated from MST.
Punk, see, I could watch your RBO run, right? I could watch you run RBO. Or, Galaxy Brain, we could race this randomizer and hate ourselves together.
Yeah, Punk is right. You can erase RPO, and
It's true, we could. I talk a mean game about RBO being the objectively best category.
and MST doing an X Factor while getting the rainbows on it, generating a ton of lag.
You know, I told him I wanted to see this. He's probably doing this specifically for me.
Oh, he's doing it probably for the lags because he loves lags.
You guys can't see IRC chat, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Punk, I could tell you, or you could just look at IRC.
Punk is no longer in the IRC.
Pepe hands. Well,
Pepe hands in
to
chat for
answer
Punk.
your question, it was probably right around the time.
And Guyper is going to fight Sparspound with some DLC action. It's pretty much useless since you can do the backdoor if you want. I don't know why he's going to fight Sparspound. It's really not a good idea.
I got nothing. Anyways, it was probably when he was looking at Varia. I mean, he's not punished for this, right? Like, his opponent's already forfeited. All he has to do is finish the race.
True. So Guyper just kills Sparspound for fun because he didn't even go take the items. So he just shows some DLC action just for the public. That's such cosmic brain right there.
I think at this point he's accepted he's lost and doesn't care and is waiting for MST to finish and then he's gonna dot forfeit.
Probably.
Or maybe he thinks there's another pack of power bombs back. Well, no, he checked it, didn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, Zen Trigger decided to forfeit. He was not having a good time.
Also, AG taking the intended route to Golden Torizo, which was a good idea since he got a second power bomb pack. So if you do not take Ice Beam, you will need 3 power bombs back for the other Turian. And also, MSC did finish a terrain. I'm saying it for you, MSC.
And
I did promise to say terrain at least once for you.
I'm here to say that it's pronounced Torian, not terrain.
Right. So MSC finishing his terrain in his escape.
Torian, not terrain. What else said? Terrain, pull up!
And GG to betray MST, finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 40 seconds.
Alright, so we'll get MST in here for an interview so he can talk about all the ways he hates this seed. Welcome, even though you're muted. Welcome and congratulations on the race.
Thank you.
Congratulations, MST. I only have one thing to say is I'm very disappointed
Welcome.
you killed my gamer.
I didn't
Even
get
though
to
you're
do it
muted.
once.
Welcome
I
and
know.
congratulations on the race.
So I was
Thank you.
I was very upset when I saw
Congratulations, MST.
Then I
only
was
have one
less
thing to
upset.
say is I'm very
Yeah,
disappointed you killed my
yeah.
gamer.
I'm
I
assuming
didn't just do it
Ancient
once.
I know.
was also
So I
very
was-
upset when he seen it based on what's in IRC.
I'm guessing this. That was my guess when I saw that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
probably saw that.
So you actually had a huge lead on just about everyone, simply because you.
Oh yeah.
She's
simply-
serious?
Yeah, you had a huge lead on everyone simply because you went to Gauntlet early.
The legit wanted you to go.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I was not going to grab that power bomb and also grab the trash tank. I was gonna get that somehow, or I forfeit. I'm not grabbing the trash tank.
You know, I respect it. Like, I didn't expect you to be able to do it, but your movement was very, very on point. So,
It was.
You gotta the first time you threw ball on things, you gotta make it with that reserve tanks. And when you took that reserve tank, the first time you gotta make it back with that reserve tank. Which is the proof that one reserve is good in MST.
Nope. Nope. Reserves never.
technically, Al, I could believe this was a slow progression. For the simple fact of it didn't require the double dip. Double dip of wrecked ship. English speaking is hard.
True. And now AG just heal this readily.
Yeah.
So, did anyone actually find Ice Beam?
Nope.
Nope.
And I did not see where it was in the thing. So,
Me too.
that was the last thing
I was not paying attention.
I was at the end there. I was, going through. I found gravity, so I'm like, I'm going to go because I at this time it's an hour 22:40 when I finished. I felt behind, so I grabbed a couple extra power bombs in the Ridvia just to get to 15 because I'm not trusting the RNG on those Metroids. Like,
Oh yeah, I can't.
Wells.
and I was hoping Ice Beam would be on the way, but it wasn't. So that worried me for a while.
So I'll confirm
Corey-
that Ice is in Sandpit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about checking it. I was like, I have power bombs. I should just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I was thinking, you know what? Shactil finally has something. I don't need to use my time doing that.
I don't know if you pulled up the stream and looked yet, but Guyper, it looks like is just now heading over to Wrecked Ship.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was interesting. So I guess the seed wanted you to be silly, go get some stuff, and then I'm assuming it's expecting the spring jump over to Wrecked Ship.
No, actually, you had the
ability.
ability to go get Space Jump, which was at Edikun Z tank.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what the logic intended for you to do was to get the 3 energy tanks and get the reserve tank, go past the power bombs, clear Bubble Mountain, clear Crocomire, get all the health, screw attack, plasma, all that good stuff, and then double back, heal, and then get the power bombs and get out.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I thought I was really behind when I found gravity because Speed Booster unlocked both suits. It's the only situation where something like this would happen. So I figured someone else would have made the wrecked ship as soon as they got the power bombs. Got Speed Booster and went back through Green Brinstar. I thought someone would have done that. They would have got their both suits right then, and I was kind of expecting someone to have done that.
You were AG was close to you in a ways, but he lose all of his time compared to you since he really tried to get that power bombs as soon as he was able to with that 3 tanks and the reserve tanks.
What happened? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I did my couple attempts. I was like, I'm gonna find something else here because I'm not getting that reserve tank. And
Yeah, you did some attempts, but you didn't. You did stop pretty early also, which was a good choice.
What's bad is if you'd picked up the reserve tank and filled it, you would have got it like first try.
Yeah, that's true.
That's irrelevant.
No, that's
Fine.
very relevant.
I can go to sleep at night because I did not collect that.
I mean, if that's what helps you sleep at night, my man.
It's the only thing that does.
So, anyways, to give an update, Ancient basically has taken the same route you have so far. Guyper is just now starting his Fantoon fight.
Okay. Yeah, the seed this time was a little bit trolly. The power bomb location, obviously. This various suit thing was really stupid.
I thought that was hilarious. I was waiting.
We did laugh a bit when you see that back here. Okay.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, that gamer's dying.
Why did you kill my gamer?
Because
What did my gamer did to you?
you know, when Speed Booster happened, I decided to say my prayers for that gamer. So I apologize at this point. But no, that finding Speed Booster right there after seeing a suit right there is not very high on the probability. So I was not expecting that.
You know what would have
a
been
completely wrong decision.
You know what would have actually been hilarious is if Gravity was where Varia was, and then for the vanilla Gravity location there was Grapple Beam.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
More hilarious would be Ice at Maba Turtles and Speed Booster behind butt wounds.
Yeah, I don't know. It actually wasn't too bad overall.
Really, the only bad part was the start of it.
Yeah.
We can see Ancient's already heading to where Gravity is. I'm sure he's going to go right there, check that, and then he's just going to go mode it.
Yeah.
He may look for Ice in Meridia. I mean, literally the only thing he's running against is the timer now. We have a cutoff period of 4 hours.
I think they'll manage.
Yeah, at this point,
They'll do good up there. They'll definitely be good for that. So.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I definitely see this throwing people off for sure. But
The thing with the power bombs and cathedrals is just not it is destroy, it is evil. It's not something you wish on your opponent. So evil at locations.
so I do want to mention I had the biggest cosmic brain play of fighting Spore Spawn when I had bombs and supers.
Yeah. I did make the
I-
remark about that.
We did mention that, yes.
I was not thinking.
No, really not. Gapper was more than you. He had the galaxy brain play to fight Spore Spawn and then go away by the green doors. He didn't even take the items. He just killed Spore Spawn with plasma wave beams and charge me and then go away. That's such galaxy brain
For
play
whatever
there.
reason, I convinced myself power bombs have to be there. And I was wrong.
You were very wrong indeed.
Oh, I don't know what I was drinking before this, but it must have been good because that was special.
Also, can we talk about the fact you have some really good short charging abilities
Yeah.
we've seen in the race here. Why did you not do speed skip?
What you did is skip.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Tracy.
Oh.
No.
You know, at Mother Brains, you have flushed the.
Oh, Guyper
But
needs
what?
to be careful.
Yeah.
He
It's a
has
good
not
thing
health.
I think the E-Tank was back here though, so I think he'll be alright.
Yes, he did took the tanks.
So,
Unless
Yeah.
lightning drips on his head.
yeah, that's...
No, he did took the E-tanks.
I mean, he has a reserve, so...
Okay, so the short charge, I've never actually tried the speed zeb skip. I know how to do it. I've seen it done, but from what I've been told, it's one tile shorter than the shortest charge I've pulled off so far. So I just didn't go for it.
But I know you need to do all your tap before the transition also.
You know, that's fair. I can't fault you for that.
It's something I should practice.
I'll just say it's a stutter 3 tap to do that. Short sword.
It's just a stutter 3 tap.
Just a stutter 3 tap. It's
Just a stutter
I can
3
barely
tap.
do a single tap.
It's not a stutter 4 tap.
I can't even get a speedball out of Wasteland.
You just need to, for Wasteland, you just need a 2 tap to do that speedball.
That
It's
sounds like
tight with a 2 tap, but it's easier with a 3 tap though.
it sounds like it takes more skill.
No, you just need a little practice, and so you will be able to get it pretty much easily.
Oh no, please! I don't want to practice more shots. Speed booster is the bane of my existence. I will say,
doing the Alfie, just to know that since he has space jump, he is losing time, because with space jump it is much faster to use space jump instead of doing the Alfie. Only the full Alfie is faster.
yeah, I was actually came the closest to getting the full halfie I've ever been, and I was probably
You
like
did a really good attempt at that.
8,000 frames short. But I should also practice that. But that's also really dumb. I don't want to.
That feel when you should practice, but you don't want to.
Yeah.
Epee hands, Chad. Epee hands.
Basically, if it
Epee
involves
hands in the chat,
please.
So I think at this point, Guyper might just be going for 100% for shits and giggles. I
maybe.
really can't tell. Unless he's just that determined to find an extra set of power bombs.
And Guyper killed my gamers. No, no. Why?
Because Varia.
It's not a reason my gamer is innocent of all crime.
Well, you know, under normal circumstances, I would have let it live. Oh, that was...
I mean, I wouldn't have taken out my frustration on the gamer. That definitely wasn't the first place my frustration would go. Now, the person that made the seed, God have mercy upon their soul.
It's not me that make the seed. So, if I did make the seed, I could understand why you want to kill my gamer, but it's not me that make the seed.
Upon confirming in chat it was Tracy, blame her, not him. He had nothing to do with it.
True. At least he's not as monstrous as you, MSC. He just killed it once instead of twice.
Well, you know, at that point, after the excursion for those power bombs, and Varia, you know, it deserved it.
No, it didn't deserve it.
But no, that was an interesting seed. This is the first time I've run one where the power bombs were in a garbage location. This is literally the first seed I've done where I haven't been able to do meme route.
It's not the first seed that did have the first power bombs there. I can tell you it's fucking
Yeah,
garbage.
it's not the first one. It's the first one I've done. Oh, all the other ones have been pretty free.
Let me tell
That's
you,
interesting.
you're lucky. Because we've done a few of them.
Oh yeah.
I have seen. I've seen in chat.
I think you just want to take missiles. No, I was looking. I was thinking of Guyper once. I was looking at AG, but AG took a more missile pack.
He's not looking for missiles, he's looking for power bombs because he's assuming he's not going to find Osby.
Probably. But he will
We
find
know
it
that
later.
he's going to find it because he's getting ready to check Sandpit.
True.
And Guyper is just now picking up his speed booster, so he's going to be happy to see that. He's going to go back and pick up his various suit. Let's see if he makes the cosmic brain decision to get gravity before lower Norfair. Because so far, no one has done that.
True.
For whatever reason, it just felt like the seed was like, no, you got Varia. Gravity is gonna be on lower Norfair. And
You know, that I wouldn't have went back and checked it, I'll be honest. I would have expected to, like, find Grapple or something and Ice Beam and have to do Suitless Meridia up to Botwoon.
yeah, I had already cleared out criteria. I just felt like why would I go back to Green Burn Star?
And Gapper going for criteria, Powerbomb's locations. I think he will undo this seed.
So, MST, closing thoughts on the seed. You know, it was pretty trolly. Anything that take away from this? Anything you want to practice going into week 2?
Familiarizing myself with what I can use to skip Spore Spawn would be a good start.
That's true.
Yeah. No, I played okay-ish.
It did pretty well.
Not great. I had more brain farts and happened early on with Spospo. You know, my stubbornness in collecting reserve tanks probably cost me quite a bit of time there. Probably lost 20 minutes.
Yeah, it did cost you a lot of time with your stubbornness. With
I would with that powerbomb, I would have left Norfair and gone back up to wreck ship.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
I have standards.
I respect that.
I respect your stubbornness because you had the ability. You definitely backed it up to prove that you can be stubborn and it will work out in your favor. What are you going to do, though, when you finally get a seed that is 2 energy tanks and 2 reserve tanks with the Hell Run required through Cathedral?
I am going to cheat.
Is that when we X-ray climb to Shaktul from somewhere in Norfair?
That is when I X-ray climb to arbitrary code execution block. Because that is honorable forfeit, the disqualification compared to collecting the No, actually, I don't know. I guess it depends on how I feel with the seed.
Alright, let me get your opinion on this. If Gauntlet had been a reserve tank instead of an energy tank,
I would have reset.
You wouldn't have reset?
Yep, right then. Well, actually, no, because I wanted to check the back end of Gauntlet for power bombs. I probably would have skipped the reserve tank, though.
Alright, well, you heard it here first, folks. Just hope that it's a reserve tank required seed anytime you're racing against MST. And
I'm
free
bad at the
win!
game, and I do not like collecting reserve tanks, so if you're good and you're not stupid, it's not that hard to beat me.
You know, MST, that you, I nearly laughed when you nearly took that reserve tank in the Rick ship. I was like, oh, you was taking it, and you dodged. I was like, oh, damn, you did dodge it.
Yeah, that was close. I almost just, gave up.
I was disappointed that you were able to dodge it. I really wanted to see you took one reserve.
As many of these seeds as possible, I am not going to collect them.
Oh, that I believe you.
And we see Guyper here clearing out X-Ray, picking up his E-Tank. He is probably going to head on the lower Norfair, and everyone else has successfully managed to skip gravity.
And
it just seems like the thing to do, honestly, with how this was playing.
I mean, with as trolly as this seed was, I wouldn't have expected it to unlock gravity and Varia.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And literally, that's the only reason that this seed was a slow seed instead of a slow setting seed.
Yep. Yeah, no, was fun. Would recommend.
Anxious for you, MSC. I did say the terrain.
It's true, he did, and I corrected him every time.
Well, as long as more people can get behind my young MST-isms of...
I bet
MST is.
I'm trying to think of the word. It's the one I'm thinking of is not correct.
I've been around you so long.
It's not claustrophobia. What's the thingamajigger?
Philia?
Dislocation. It's not dislocation, but it's the stupid eyeball things where they don't work right. I see it. I can't even. It's not a
I don't know,
stigmatism.
dog. You've lost me.
It's the thing where you like jumble up letters. Yes, dyslexia. Thank you,
Dyslexia.
Punk. My young MST dyslexia, where I thought it was spelled R-A-I-N, so I've always called it that.
Does that feel when the German knows the word?
Well,
Yeah. Feels bad, man, when a German knows better English than an English person.
Speaking of which, Punk, I assume once AG finishes, we're just gonna host Kuiper so you can go on to bed.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea, since he's going to undo this.
Yeah.
well, thanks for having me.
Good race.
Yeah, good race. And GG again.
Yeah, GG.
So now, AG's is battling his Mother Brains 1.
Interesting, he decided to turn Screw Attack back on. Again, you know, he's not actually racing against anyone, so it's not like he's gonna be punished for it.
So this fight would be pretty standard with all this being 20 short shot. Very easy.
Yeah, he could do, excuse me.
Oh, tired, like Wolf?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's winding down time. I'm gonna get Punk started yawning.
Continue yawn, please.
Anyways, this is gonna be a standard MB2 fight. He's got Plasma, Ice, Wave, Charge. Probably see him do stand up.
Yeah, returning to his menu to remove Barrier Suit.
Yeah, you know. You've seen it before. There's
I wish to say Barrier Suit since Barrier's in this translation.
Can we just start calling it the Ice suit?
The R suit.
Uh,
Why the R suit?
I said Ice, not R.
Ass suit.
Ice. I-C-E.
A-C-E.
Not Ace. Jesus. Ice.
Ice. Ice. Ice.
Say it with me, Chad. Ice.
Ice. Ice suit. Why the ice suit?
Why not? Can you answer that?
I prefer out the nice suit. Can we call also a gravity suit the best suit since the color is purple, which is the best color?
You know, we could if it wasn't neutered in the randomizer.
It's still the best suit because
I mean, it has the best color, but it is neutered.
not really.
I mean, they took away that. It still has its armor protection, but it doesn't have its environmental protection.
Yeah, because it's too powerful.
I mean, I agree. Can you agree but disagree at the same time?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yes, it is a thing. And now we have Kuiper is going to intended way for GT, fighting GTs. And fighting GT the intended way, which is pretty hard. I don't think he knew the cheese way to fight GT. Which is betting GT into his corner and be in his front foot to be able to just stand there and shoot up. And not getting a single damage on GT. It's very important to learn your boss fight.
Maybe he's decided he's doing an all bosses, mini bosses run.
Now he's taking the other items. He decided to not take it. That's pretty weird. AG in this escape into the Deodux room. getting it pretty much correctly. Nearly finished the deluxe room.
At this point, we're just waiting for him to dock.
Not a lot more to say.
There is, and Guyper's turned this into some form of a meme run, and
Yeah. And AG also he did the right choice, letting the animals die so their souls can be redeemed. He saved the souls of the animals.
AG has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 29 seconds.
I like the reaction of AG.
Thanks for the follows. I don't really.
Hey AG. Oh, he's talking. Oh, talking about hearing talking, but he's not with us.
There he is.
There he is.
Congratulations.
Oh man, that was so bad, so bad. You know, I talked to Zen Trigger and a few other people earlier, and I said, you know, I don't really care if I win or lose tonight. I just want to make a decent showing, and that really did not happen. I'm going to tell you that was bad. That was a little humiliating. I had real movement problems. Apparently,
you were not the only one. Just to see, the sea was really dumb. You didn't really humiliate yourself. That sea was just dumb over balls.
look, I couldn't even get over the pond at the bottom of Red Brinstar unless I could fly over it. You know, that didn't have anything to do with where the power bombs were. You know, it was one mistake after another. I understood how the seed was going to go, and then I understood that I made a serious mistake when I went back up, when I didn't check Gauntlet like I had thought that I might need to get that E-Tank. I understood that I was in trouble. I did. And I don't think Zen Trigger knew when he forfeited that I just got my power bomb.
No, I don't think you hit.
Well, the thing about it was, right, you had just gotten your power bombs. He still hadn't made it to Bubble Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that too.
You and everybody else. The only one.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this, but the only one that managed to make it to not Gauntlet, but Bubble Mountain relatively easy was MST.
Yeah, I know. Well, I knew when he finished early, I knew that he had an easier time. But you know, I tell you, you probably, when I sat there for a minute and it was on the game screen whether you start over or not, I was sitting there thinking, do you really want to keep doing this? Because at that point it was bad. And I thought about it for a minute and I just said, okay, well, you said you weren't going to quit. You said you were going to do it. So you just follow it through however long it takes. When I saw MST finish, which I was expecting him to finish first after all the problems I had, I wasn't worried about it. I'm not racing MST. But when I saw the time that he finished in, that actually saved me. Because right before I went to Waterway, when I stopped right there before you got to the glass tube, I thought about it and I said, well, now when you came down, you didn't check Waterway. So you can either gamble on a suitless Meridia or you can go check Waterway and make sure. Because if you gamble on a suitless Meridia and you're wrong, you're really going to have to backtrack. It's going to cost you a lot of time. And I looked at the time that MST finished in and I said, there's no way this can be a suitless Meridia, not with the way the rest of the seed went. When I saw Varia at Rex Reserve, when I come down, I said, please do not tell me now I've got to go all the way down to X-Ray to get Speed Booster and come back up here to get this Varia suit. I may have quit at that point. I'll be honest with you. I was like, man, don't let this do that.
I will tell you something about that. You're the only one who didn't kill my gamers, and for that, AG, I thank you. You're my hero.
I'm the only one that did what?
You didn't kill my orange gamer.
The orange gamer, yeah. Everyone else that made it to that point decided to kill it to take out their frustration, because literally everyone saw that and was expecting to have to double dip wreck ship.
Yeah, I was like,
I
is
do
this
my
not
Ebro
trolly
when-
enough already? You know, did you see? I come within a hair of dying the Kraid, Night Wolf. And I know you'd never let me hear the end of that, but I mean, I appreciate Zen Trigger Racing. I talked to him. He's a combo racer, and he's used to full randomization. He's not used to this setup, and he's definitely not used to this logic. We got one of the worst rolls you can get. I
Oh,
guess the suitless Meridia would have been the only other thing that would have made it even trollier. But I mean, I'm hoping I do better in the next one. I hate that he forfeited. I hate to win that way because I really feel like I didn't deserve to win. But I'm going to talk to him a little bit afterward, kind of explain to him. You know, he's a pretty good guy. And congrats to MST. How about Guyper? Is he done yet? Where's he
No,
at?
he's not ready.
Yeah. So literally what happened is everyone that got variant speed booster went past Waterway and straight down to Lower Norfair.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame anyone for doing that, because that's, if I was racing this, that would have been the logic I would have followed.
Me too.
You know, I couldn't even get the damn green gate glitch. And I started to just skip that. I said, nope, you better not. So I just, okay, well, I've got these beams. I'll just fight GT. You know, because it was turning out that way. It's going to take me all night, but if it's going to take me all night, I'm going to make sure I got what I need. I just, it was very frustrating. And you know, when you get on tilt like that, it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
It really is. It's hard to settle down and come back. So, you know, I'm very thankful it's over. I'll just put it that way. And GG to everybody that stuck through it. GG to Zen Trigger, because I know what he was going through. I do.
Yeah, it was really bad for everybody.
Oh yeah.
But I
We all
appreciate you
know
guys
how
doing
the-
commentary. I do.
No problem.
Thank you.
I'll be sure and watch the replay back.
Yeah, I think you'll feel a little bit better about it once you see the gameplay rewind, because everybody was struggling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Those
Again, I'm not.
L-rounds were very difficult. With the amount of energy you had, it was really hard L-rounds.
Yeah, when I
Everybody
saw
had
the reserve tank at Ice Beam, when I saw that, I knew there was something up at Gauntlet that I should have gotten. Right then, I knew. You know, I got like frequent flyer miles in Green Hills, I think. How many times did I go through that? But anyway, thank you guys. I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you everybody for restreaming. Y'all follow these guys that are running and commentating. Y'all be sure and follow them.
Be sure to follow everyone, and you know, again, thanks to Punk for restreaming. But we're actually gonna end the stream here because it is 4 a.m. for Punk, and he'd like to get to sleep. And we're gonna host Gopper.
All right, y'all have a good night.
Yeah. So
Good night.
Thanks everyone for watching. This has been Nightwolf and Black Elite John for your commentary. Like I said, be sure to follow the racers. And Punk, you're good to close it down and go ahead and host them.